The triple blow women in toxic relationships with narcissistic or manipulative partners endure occurs as follows. First is the betrayal. That could be the first time a partner goes into a rage, accuses her of things she didn't do. Their temper is so out of proportion and the accusations so wild, she almost can't believe it. Other betrayals, such as ghosting, cheating, or addiction, but there were acts of betrayal that shattered her perception of her partner. She doesn't believe it. She thinks they could work through it. Like there must be some kind of mistake. It doesn't make sense. How can we fix this?
I read a quote once that describes a trauma bond pretty good, and it was something like, have you ever tried to figure out why somebody was hurting you while they were hurting you? And it brought me back to that argument, because that's exactly what it was, and that's exactly what a trauma bond cycle is. It was a cycle in our marriage of, I would bring up a problem, he would bring up his problem with me, it takes two, and, that's making a marriage work. It was what I was used to. I was used to there being a problem and then me going to find a solution to fix it. When I went back and looked up and found out narcissistic tendencies, how many of you did the same thing I did and read that it was something that wasn't developed as a child, and then you felt bad and thought, well, they deserve love too, and maybe we can figure this out. Maybe now that we know what this is, and if he gets help, we can fix this. Because that's what I did. I ran back to fix it. And I wasn't met with the normal cycle this time. It changed because I didn't accept him flipping it back on me. And that's where the demeanor changed, because it wasn't a we issue anymore. He couldn't accept responsibility or the shame of it being his issue to solve and address. And this is me trying to fix it. This is the trauma bond.
I feel hurt that you won't address it. And then I was trying to say that, what, maybe it's not just, and maybe we can work on that together. But it became all about you not being able to be heard, and but when really all I've been doing is trying to be heard myself. And that's how it started. But then it got on to me doing this, and then here's and the thing is you do the same pattern, and I told you the exact same thing. I think you are in the moment and situational. I think that is in that same scenario, we were in a bad spot. You're gonna do it again. I think that that's where we differ, and that's okay. I found something to work with. Always trying to work with you. That's it. And I'm trying to address my hurt feeling. But you never address them.
Okay. When I never address my hurt feelings, and I never address them.
You never address mine.
Second blow are the lies. She uncovers not only the betrayal, but the lies concealing the betrayal. Direct lies to her face, or focusing on her inadequacy to distract her while they do something else. The uncovering of the lies and the manipulation in an effort to hurt or distract her so they can keep up the facade and get what they want.
When I came back with the solution and I went into these crazy making circles of him deflecting it back on me not listening to him ever. So that cycle that you do where there's the explosive argument and then you make up and then you go back like, I fixed problem. He praises me for fixing problem. We say, our bond is stronger now. And you get used to that toxic cycle just as much as equate to somebody trying to get off heroin. That's how strong these trauma bonds are. So when there wasn't a solution, like when he didn't accept my solution in my eyes, when he wouldn't get there with me, I actually did put up a boundary, a small one, or a weak one, I'll admit. But for the first time ever in a relationship, I was the first one to say, then I can't be with you. And that's where it got really abusive. And I understand now, after educating myself, that I never understood why he looked at me as this monster who always wanted to be right, always wanted to be heard, that my opinion, like that I needed to feel above. And I was like, I don't get why when I'm just trying to work with you. And I realize now it was deflection. That was how he felt. He couldn't take the shame and insecurity on his own, and that fault on his own. He needed me to be there with him somehow, take fault on like an us issue. And that's where that narcissistic injury and rage came from, and where the dynamic changed in our relationship. And just like it says in the video, you know, the second thing you do is you're trying to work with it. You try and find ways to make it work. Always what I did, but it was always met with me being a monster somehow, trying to make him be wrong all the time.
I'm trying to work with you. You are my partner, you are my husband, you are my ride or die, and I am trying to work with this feeling that I can't get over, but you can't seem to get on the same page with me.
You know, when you're ready to actually sit there and capable of actually listening to me, is when I will come back to that same goddamn thing I said last time, and I'm saving it. I'm not gonna save tonight. I'm not gonna even fucking try, because I don't feel like you're ready to listen to me. And it's obviously a big deal to you. So when I feel like you're actually able to sit there and absorb what I'm trying to tell you, instead of...
The marriage counselor said, basically what you were supposed to work on is to not get on that and not to see it through that, and you didn't at all. Okay? I keep repeatedly telling you that I'm working with you, and I am apologizing, and I'm saying sorry, and I am just saying, and I want you to flip the reverse. Okay, so I can talk. See?
And the third blow is the aftermath. She is in a body wrought with nervous system dysregulation, anxiety, and fear. Her whole world is destabilized. And this is where women adjust themselves to stay in the relationship, stop speaking up to avoid rages and put downs, make themselves smaller to fit the relationship. She is fractured in two. One part of her wants to reconcile and fix it, the other part wants distance. She vacillates between these two parts in hours and days, unable to find a station of safety in herself, not realizing she is mid-trauma, and that the very desire to want to fix the relationship is a trauma response.